My vision's wrong, the tune of my song. Broke my thumb, banging to my own drum. Broke my thumb, banging to my own drum. Broke my thumb, banging to my own drum. Hootin' and clapping, boots I am a strapping. A click, click, clacking, hurrah! Bootstrapping in America. Yeah, bootstrapping in America.
Christy, we're back! Bootstrapping in America!
And we want to welcome a special guest, Lisa Strassman from NCSA.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Yeah, welcome. So we were laughing a little because Tom has darted out, and I'm replacing Tom Sosnoff today on bootstrapping. But I think it's just because he was intimidated.
Absolutely. They have to be. I know I am.
So Lisa, tell us a little bit about NCSA. So NCSA is Next College Student Athlete? Is that right?
Yes, it is. We help student athletes reach their dreams of playing the sports they love in college.
Yeah, and you're an athlete yourself.
Yeah, I'm semi-retired, but still play a little bit. I was a college ice hockey player.
Okay, fantastic.
Captain of the team, we might add.
That's impressive. So how did you get to come to, and what do you say? Do you just say NCSA? Is that how you refer to it?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, we use the acronym. And so I was really fortunate to find NCSA. I played hockey in college at Yale, but my recruiting process was really stressful. I applied to like 13 or 14 different schools, and I had no idea where I would get in or just how to manage the process. And it really took a toll on me and my family. And so I was really fortunate to be able to find NCSA after college. I was able to play for a year overseas in Switzerland. And when I came back, I worked in sales and then worked in nonprofit. And was fortunate to find NCSA, which really allowed me to kind of merge my passion for sports with business in an environment where we're really giving back and making a huge difference on so many kids' lives to help them have a better recruiting process.
So how long have you been there?
I've been with the company for 12 years.
And you're the president and COO, right?
I am, yes.
Fantastic. So how many employees do you guys have today?
We have just over 550 employees. About 2/3 of us are based in Chicago. We have an office in Las Vegas, some offices in California, and then a number of our teammates work remotely around the country as well.
So are a majority of them recruiters? Are a majority of them just like based at different colleges, or?
Yeah, so not necessarily based at different colleges, but they mostly have backgrounds in different sports. Mm-hmm. So our recruiting coaches and scouts all played or coached at the collegiate level. Many even played professionally, and they're on the phones day in, day out, talking to families, parents, student athletes, as well as college coaches.
So I was all excited about this because I have 3 girls, and my oldest is a junior right now, and they all play sports. But I went on your site last night, and
I have a 7-year-old son. I don't mean to interrupt you. I have a 7-year-old son that doesn't play a lot of sports. Is there anything you can do with him for the moment?
I have a 5-year-old. We're trying to work on that same thing.
Good. I'm sorry to
have a
interrupt
new
you.
program.
It is starting earlier these days, so
They are.
before you know it.
Yeah.
We'll talk after.
Converting them. You can convert. You have a program to convert. But I went on the site last night, and I already fell in love because they had a picture of a Packer right there.
Yeah. That's, I don't know where that came from. But yes.
So she already won my heart over. But so I have a junior today. What would qualify a student for you to take them, right? To take them on?
Sure. So there's a lot of it really depends on what you're looking for at the next level. There's so many more opportunities for kids than many people envision, because a lot of student athletes and parents picture, only the schools that they see on ESPN, on Saturday. And in reality, there's so many more opportunities. So there's some baseline qualifications academically and athletically, but there's for student athletes that are open-minded and really want to play and find the right fit for them, there's a lot of opportunity. So that's one of the things our scouts do, is talk to families, assess their goals, give them really a realistic view of where they're at in the process, and then we help families put together really a realistic list of target schools that we recommend that they focus on, and then help you connect with those schools so you can be really more efficient, more effective with your time, and maximize your chances.
Yeah. How many schools do you guys actually serve right now?
So we work with every college, all the way from junior colleges up through top Division I schools.
And how many kids how many kids do you actually place? I guess you'd say place, right?
Yeah, so
Each year.
we call it college commitments in our world, and in our 2016 senior class, we're sending just about 24,000 kids to play at the next level, which is something we're really
all
proud of.
sports, right? I know you mentioned
All sports.
hockey, but everything.
Yeah, we do
Swimming,
29
lacrosse,
different sports.
29 different sports.
Yeah. Junior college, NAIA, which is a division all of its own.
How have you seen, you've been with it 12 years, a dozen years now, right? How have you seen the growth? Have you seen continued growth?
Yeah, we have. We've been growing every year. I think my first year we placed a few hundred kids in college. So every year it's been a pretty amazing.
Because picking out the
story.
college itself is hard enough, never
sure.
left, going to the recruiting aspect of it. I think it's got to be pretty daunting for the parent
Right.
as well as the child.
Right.
So.
Yep. And that's a lot of what we help families really focus in on. We have an algorithm actually where we help, we evaluate the athletes athletically and help give them a realistic third-party evaluation that's sometimes different than mom and dad's evaluation, but usually something they really appreciate. And then we are able to match that with their academics and then their preferences too, like how important is a scholarship? Do they really want to play, or do they just want to go to a better team? Geographic, size of school, and we match that all up with what the college coaches are looking for. So the coaches tell us what positions they need, minimum academic requirements to even just get admitted to their school, and then we're able to match that all together and produce that recommended list of schools.
So with academics, though, too, I'm sorry. So with academics as well, do you fold the academics in there? Because that's obvious.
Yeah, definitely. That's a huge part of it. And like we tell kids, the most important thing when a college coach is looking at your online profile, we always ask kids, what do you think is most important? And they'll always say stats or video, but it's your GPA. Because if you don't have qualifying marks, this coach can't even look at you. But if you do, it can help you. Like myself, I never would have applied to Ivy League schools if I wasn't being recruited for hockey. So it can really help you leverage up to get into better schools and to get more academic scholarship money at those schools as well.
How much scholarship money academics for athletics goes unused? Is there a percentage that you see? I mean, because they're out there, right? A lot of times we can't find them as parents. I mean,
right, and that's something that we help families understand as well. I think it gets used, but what a lot of people, the myth is that kids are just getting full rides left and right, and people think those full rides are for 4 years, and the reality is that in most sports, there's few to no full rides. It's usually a scholarship that's divided up amongst many athletes, and then they're renewable. So just because you got a scholarship your freshman year doesn't mean that's guaranteed for the rest of your career. So that can go up, but it can also go down. So one of the best ways to really get more funding is by taking that, if you're lucky, getting that athletic piece, but then also combining it with academic scholarships and other grants, where you can really get a package that's more attractive. And college coaches love that. If they can use less of their athletic pool because you're a great student or a great kid and they can give you more money, then they can build a better team because they can distribute those athletic dollars with other athletes too. So it's really helpful.
So what's the cost to sign up? Right, and is it just parents that pay, or is it colleges that pay too? Just curious what the balance is. How do you make money?
Yeah, so we are free for college coaches, and because we work with every school, families pay us. The average family pays about $1,200, and that's for your whole. Your whole recruiting process. But we have tools that range from free tools all the way to $2,000, $2,500 is.
Do I get a discount for having 3 athletes?
We do. We have sibling discounts. We have sibling discounts, and another really important part of what we do at NCSA is our Give Back mission. So we were founded on the premise of never turning a family away for cost. So although the average family pays about $1,200, NCSA self-funds millions of dollars for student athletes that can't afford help because our goal is for every student athlete who dreams to play in college to have that opportunity. So we give scholarships and grants to our programs for families in need.
That's great. That's great. So what? So you said your headquarters is here in Chicago.
Yes.
And so what are your plans to expand? I mean, because it seems like you're everywhere already, and you have most of the colleges, right?
Yeah.
So what are your future plans?
Yeah. So we we have a lot. We're getting a lot deeper in many sports. Really partnering with leading clubs and tournaments where families are playing so that we can really be there to provide recruiting education for more of those families. We are also working really closely with what's called college technology companies that are they're the ones who provide really CRM systems for the college coaches to manage the recruiting so that they're able to have more access to our athletes and really help our kids get more exposure. And then next year we're going to be releasing some new products for club coaches and high school coaches so that they can get more help really helping all their kids with the recruiting process.
So one of the things, so my oldest is in travel ball, right? Mm-hmm. So she gets some college exposure. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to figure out, like, this still seems great because there's a lot of colleges that she could be exposed to versus, just who she's getting exposed to through this travel team, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so just on top of.
Definitely.
Right?
The travel teams are great, and that's where you need to be playing mm-hmm. to be recruited. But a lot of kids think that if they're on those teams and they're going to the right tournaments, they're just going to get discovered. When actually coaches are going to those tournaments with lists. And we actually give them digital technology where they have an app and they know exactly who's playing on what field. So they're not just standing on the sidelines watching for a great play. And often a great play could happen and they're taking a sip of their coffee or talking to their friend. So it's really important that kids have strategies to be able to get on those lists in advance and then also maximize their exposure because there's 1,000 schools that have college softball and most travel or high school coaches know a very small percentage of them. So we help kids really increase their odds and expand their horizons to schools that might be the perfect fit for them that they've never heard of.
Well, and so how young can you start? we're putting
There's no hope for us, okay? If that's what you're asking. We're done. We gotta let it go. You gotta let it go. Let it go. This is for other people, not us.
No, but how young would you suggest they start?
Yeah, so we suggest that the kids start freshman, sophomore year. We have some kids that really get started as early as 7th or 8th grade.
Wow.
And recruiting is getting younger and younger, but really when the beginning of high school is the ideal time to really get started having a plan for recruiting.
So how do you track your success? Do you track those kids all the way through, and do you have them going all the way through school, or if they transfer? Like, do you track through all of that, and what are sort of your key metrics that you guys look at?
Yeah, so our most important metric is really getting them placed at that college and getting them to the school that's the right fit for them and one that they feel great about, which is what we call our commitment success. And then we are starting to do more with tracking them through college. Most of our kids graduate college. We've even helped some of them receive jobs after college because a lot of employers want to hire college student athletes because of all the intangible lessons and skills that you learn being a college athlete. So that's something that we are focused on as well. But the primary goal, again, is getting them to the right school that's the best fit for their family, athletically, academically, financially, of course, socially, so that they can be a college athlete.
I just had people write in the latest one. This is that they used your services to get their daughter's volleyball player, and she got a full ride to NCAA awesome. D2 school with help from your organization, and she had 10 kills. her first freshman game, which is
That's
pretty
so
cool.
great.
Now, he got 550 employees. You started with the company basically about a dozen years ago. The company started in 2000.
Yes.
550 employees. How did you rise so well for those other bootstrappers who are out there trying to get to the top two?
Yeah.
You're pretty close to it. Yeah. How do you get
Yeah, no, I was super lucky that, our founder's amazing. Chris Kraus started NCSA in 2000, and he was a college football player at Vanderbilt. And when I joined, he was really just starting to apply technology to the process. We had about 15 or 20 people at that time, and I really took a chance. I believed in the mission of what he was creating and saw all the opportunity to help kids and to be part of really a amazing team of like-minded, athletic-minded people. So when I
Do you
started,
have a coding background?
I don't.
You
No,
don't?
no. I helped explain to the coders
What they need, yeah.
what his napkin plans
Sure,
back then.
sure.
And then it's just really taken off. When I started, I was more on the service end, talking to families and coaches, and really learned from the ground up that way. And then
No
I've
better
just
way.
gotten the opportunity to grow with the company.
Yeah,
Very nice.
it's a great example of
Sure.
of women empowerment.
Sure.
I just had to get those words in.
I can see that.
It's one of the cool things in our office is we have so many former college athletes, and so many of them are women. So we always joke we do a big turkey bowl at the Lincoln Park Fields every November, and like the women out there are like amazing. It's all these former like Division I college athletes.
That's great. So you said you still play hockey
A bit. I play
with the guys, though.
right? Yeah.
I love that.
It's awesome. Sure.
We got to get
Thanks.
Tom and Tony out there.
Yeah, right down the street is Johnny's
If
Ice
I got a
House.
stick in my hand, I can get my other partner Tom out there. I'll be fine. Sure. Just give me the stick. I'll be okay. I'll be sitting here on the floor. Just get him close to me with the ice.
So, who are your biggest competitors? Would you say?
Yeah, it's a good question. A lot of times it's there's some sports specific smaller like, digital companies that are out there that do versions of what we offer. There isn't any company that has the depth of what we do at NCSA with really the technology piece and the people piece, and definitely not across as many sports. I think the other, competition we run into at times is really just families, leaning on their coach or thinking they can do it on their own and not understanding that there's people that can help with this process.
Right. Yeah.
Almost 500, almost 600 employees. That I mentioned that earlier. How does it for you? I mean, still bootstrapping? Didn't raise any money? Did this all from the ground up, grassroots?
Yeah, well, so Chris did for many years, and then currently NCSA is owned by a parent company, Reigning
yeah.
Champs, and Reigning Champs' mission is really bringing together a variety of really the best sports in and around youth athletics. So like the college technology companies I mentioned are also owned by Reigning Champs, and so we're able to really collaborate and work together to help more families and coaches and just improve the process.
How rewarding is it for you? Kind of a loaded question, obviously. I'm sure as you've been doing it for a dozen years, but how cool is it to see, these kids come up and get a better start?
It's amazing. I think that's that's definitely the coolest and most rewarding part of my job. We have in our office two really cool.
Do you have a wall of fame that you have up there?
We have even better. We have what we call our commitment bell. So every time a student athlete commits to college, we have like a big gold bell in our office, and the recruiting coach gets up and rings the bell, and everybody will cheer. And we actually have families now call in for their bell ringing ceremony.
Fun. It's just going off all day.
Yeah.
Right.
We have a management meeting every Monday morning, and we end that meeting with a success story of one of our athletes, and they run the gamut. Like sometimes it's somebody who couldn't have afforded to go to college if they didn't get an athletic scholarship. Other times it's somebody who had a weird transfer situation and then found their perfect fit. But they're always just really, really incredible to hear how the difference we're able to make in these families' lives.
Yeah, and when you play college sports, I mean, I'm a lover of sports in general, but to be able to do that as part of your job is awesome. I mean, just to be able to sort of add your passion back into the mix.
No, it's incredible. I mean, I like playing college hockey was amazing. I would kill to go back and be able to
We'd all like
do
to
it
go
again.
back in time.
Yeah,
I know. Right?
Yes, we would.
But being able to work with really other athletes. We have a very competitive, as I'm sure you can imagine, it's all athletic minded. We have scoreboards every day, and being able to kind of tie that with then such an important mission of helping kids reach the same type of athletic success.
Do you have a basketball hoop in the office and like a?
We have Papa Shot.
I bet. That's a great place to work. Hey, if somebody wants to, fun place to work with everybody being an athlete and everything. If somebody wants to reach out to reach you, how could they reach you directly if they wanted to?
Yeah, they can reach me directly. My email is lisa@ncsasports.org.
And that's the website too, right?
Yeah, our website is ncsasports.org, and you can start building a profile right there, and definitely email me directly as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Christy, for filling in. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here.
Really nice. A great story. We're going to take a quick 90-second break. We're going to come back. We got Liz and Jenny next. This is TastyTrade Live.
Todd is one of TastyTrade's rising stars. Watch us on Monday, October 3rd to meet him, live on TastyTrade.com.
Learning about stock options does not have to be like that one econ class you totally slept through. Yeah, we know. That's why Ryan and I keep it simple in Step Up to Options, a short new video series from Doe and TastyTrade.
We cover basic trading concepts and strategies in clear language that won't lose you.
And when you're ready for your first trades, what you'll learn works inside Doe, a perfect platform for new traders.
So invest in yourself for free.
Come watch Step Up to Options at doe.com/stepup.
Tainted Love by Self Cell.
I am not.
What was it?
Tainted Love by Self Cell. That sets a weird tone for your marriage, but okay.
I knew that still water ran real deep in her.
No.
That's our marriage.
Tainted Love.
Don't leave me. I cannot stand the way you feel. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Liz.
And I'm Jenny. Welcome to our strategy workshop. We're going to walk you through how to put together the most popular TastyTrade strategies on Doe. Keep in mind that these are only extremely general rules of thumb. Okay, so let's go through setting up